The old woman remembered a swan she had bought many years ago in Shanghai for a foolish sum. This bird, boasted the market vendor, was once a duck that stretched its neck in hopes of becoming a goose. And now look, it is too beautiful to eat. Then the woman and the swan sailed across an ocean many thousands of li wide, stretching their necks toward America. On her journey she cooed to the swan, "In America I will have a daughter just like me, but over there nobody will say her worth is measured by the loudness of her husband's belch. Over there nobody will look down on her, because I will make her speak only perfect American English. And over there she will always be too full to swallow any sorrow. She will know my meaning, because I will give her this swan, a creature that became more than what was hoped for." But when she arrived in the new country, the immigration officials pulled her swan away from her, leaving the woman fluttering her arms and with only one swan feather for a memory. And then she had to fill out so many forms, she forgot why she had come and what she had left behind. Now the woman was old, and she had a daughter who grew up speaking only English and swallowing more Coca-Cola than sorrow. For a long time now the woman had wanted to give her daughter the single swan feather and tell her, "This feather may look worthless, but it comes from afar and carries with it all my good intentions." And she waited, year after year, for the day she could tell her daughter this in perfect American English.
My mother started the Joy Luck Club. For 30 years, these women feasted, forgot past wrongs, laughed, played, lost and won, and told the best stories.
No talking in Chinese. How do I know you're not cheating?
We are your auntie, and we are very honest people.
Hollywood Pictures presents the story of 4 extraordinary women who left their homeland behind
I was raised the Chinese way.
to build a future for their daughters in America.
I like being tragic, Ma. I learned it from you.
Their hopes were inspiring.
You have best quality heart. Best quality is everything. Mothers know this.
Their passions were consuming.
You don't know the power you have over me. One word from you, one look, and I'm 4 years old again, crying myself to sleep.
Their dreams were overwhelming.
No matter what you hope for, I'll never be more than what I am.
And love would see them through.
My mother, not to know her worth until too late. Too late for her, but not too late for you.
Danger and my standing on the edge of a cliff and falling. I always grew up with this sense of danger, I think, because my mother had so many warnings. She was very worried I would fall into a situation where I'd ruin my life. She'd say that I had to be careful crossing the street, and she wanted me to remember. And she said, "You don't watch out, somebody to run you over, smash you flat, just like one of those pom-pom fish, you know, 2 eyes, both one side of your face." Now, at the time that she said these things, I didn't understand. I didn't want to listen. And in part it was because I didn't realize where these warnings came from. And they came from her life. I didn't know what her life had been in China. Her mother had been the daughter of a scholar and a very beautiful, intelligent woman, and the father died when she was 2. Here she had been the wife of a scholar, and now she was destitute. My mother felt that shame that her mother had, and she used to say to me, "This is a stain you cannot wash off your back." And my mother said, "You don't understand." That was China back then. And I realized that I had to understand more of what that was. And when I started to imagine and put myself into that time and into that family and what her circumstances were, I began to understand those warnings. And they weren't meant to simply scare me. They were really her way of saying she loved me.
Each of us has a destiny, for the good of mankind or for the destruction of it. We choose our own destiny. No one else can choose it for us. Do not let others influence you to change what you want your destiny to be, because you will lose sight of the road to your own destiny. So stick to your choice of what your destiny will be, and you shall see that you will do the incredible.
To me, I would say that the biggest thing that this book is about to me is hope. Our qualities of hope and what our mothers believed about hope. You know, and over the years, you know, I think there are a lot of people, especially women, who say, oh, you know, I've become just like my mother. And what they mean by that is, oh my God, you know, I'm saying these horrible things, these warnings, and, you know, if you fall down, don't come crying to me kind of stuff. But in another sense, I tell you what is more revealing to me and becoming my mother, and that is that I have taken on the way that she believes. And what I mean by that is that there's no one set of beliefs that govern the way the world works for me, and that I have to find these answers by asking my own questions. My mother believed in all possibilities. She believed in miracles, she believed in God, she believed in curses, she believed in ghosts, she believed in fate, she believed in luck and ancestors and reincarnation. She believed I was a reincarnation of somebody she wronged in a past life because I had come back to torture her. I mean, she believed in so many things, and it's not to say she was inconsistent and she, you know, was crazy. It was more that she believed in whatever was what would give her the most hope. And that's what she did. She taught me the qualities of hope. I've developed this personal theory about hope and imagination, and it is the ability to associate so profoundly that you are in that place. That level of empathy is like compassion. So to me, imagination is the closest thing we have to compassion. We certainly need a lot of compassion in this world.